What's happening, beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike and welcome back to the journey where I'm building different squads. We progress through divisional play, get involved in some tournaments, and I'm dropping feedback on which players, which squads really perform well, and other ones, they kind of drop the ball. And if you guys need any Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFAcoinstoday.com. The links will be in the description, and make sure to use the code MICHS09, M-I-C-H-S-09, in order to get an additional 10% off every single purchase. In today's video, we've got a cheap, full informed squad, and I want to make this very clear from the jump. There's no misunderstanding. This is an extremely cheap squad for a full informed team, not on a regular player basis, and that's why you're seeing 200,000 coins, and you're like, whoa, hold on, that's not that cheap. It is for a full informed team, trust me. It's very hard to build squads around that price range with full chemistry. And we're going to be playing the 4-3-2-1, one of my favorite formations the last couple years. This year it's been a little more hit and miss. And if we could smash 250, 300 likes, that would be outstanding. That would be a great target. You guys have really been supporting the series well as we get into some single matches. We're already in Division 3, and I have struggled so much with informed teams this year. This might be the last one of these I do. I don't want to say that for a fact, especially with the Team of the Season and Team of the Year cards coming, and I don't know if they fall under the same informed jinx or handicap. And that's right, I said handicap, as we get a beautiful goal to start things out. I've always been against handicapping, against scripting. I never believed in either, and I think my opinion might be changing with handicapping. This year, the constant usage of informed squads and the lack of movement, the way the players can't do first touches, they don't defend properly, they're not positioned in the right areas, I'm just confused. And it's frustrating. That leads me to my first couple questions for everyone. Please drop a comment. Let me know, what do you feel about handicapping? Do you believe in it? Do you think it's fake? Do you think it's a myth? Is it an urban myth as we got a 1-0 lead going into the half? My opposition really had no chances. None whatsoever. And I also want to know if you've used a full informed squad. Please drop your opinion on them. Ooh, banged that off the post, I think. Just nipped it. And it's been a very frustrating situation for me because I try to bring you guys really nice gameplay, and these guys just don't move. You can't get any razzle-dazzle with the skill moves. In fact, I think they exit slower than normal. And we go up 2-0 though, and then my opponent goes into YOLO mode. YOLO cross, diving header. I don't know how he did it just like that. It does not make sense on mechanics. I'm not much of a hater normally, but I'd never seen a header quite like that one. And of course, we conceded the corner kick, and we're tied up. He's back in the match. Well, let's talk about this team a little bit. Up front, we've got Gerardo, we have Garcia, Leon. All three of them are okay players. I didn't think they necessarily meshed that well together. They weren't great in terms of weak foot and skill moves. However, Gerardo was okay. If you could cut inside with him, you can make some things happen. Ooh, get a little bit lucky. And we followed up. 3-2 lead, extra time. Things are turning around, correct? Unfortunately not. We're back to YOLO zone. And my opponent really never made any chances in this first match at all. It's just every chance that he did make, anything he generated, it was a goal. But that has nothing to do with my belief in the handicap. I can't believe I'm switching my opinions. I'm always very strong-willed, and the experiences I've had this year with the informed deal has been, I've never gone through things like this in FIFA. Never. Where I actually felt like my players were performing lower than their card value in every single facet of the game. Couldn't make touches, can't shoot, can't dribble the same speed, can't run. I was like, geez, this is unbelievable. As we got into the PK battle, and the connection wasn't very good. He actually missed a couple PKs. We take a win to start things out, and we're back into single matches. That didn't motivate me to get into divisional play. I wanted to try out single matches to see if we could switch up things a little bit. We were already in Division 3. I know informed squads have been kind of suspect for me, and I wanted to see how this one flowed before going into divisions. And after the first game, I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And in the midfield, we actually have a lot of guys that are not very fast, great at passing, and they're all tall, which is kind of odd. Ooh, we almost banged down another free kick. Very close there. And he catches me on a counter. Eto, I'm never going to get him. Never. Not with that defense. But nobody really stood out in terms of the center mids. I think one of them is naturally a center attacking midfielder, Garcia, I believe. And Pardo, I want to say, is a CDM naturally. And we moved them all into that center mid role, but they weren't impressive. They chased back okay. They weren't very fast. And look at this. That's the definition of some aids. And I understand why people get upset with FIFA. It's never been a surprise to me. I just try to take it all in stride and stay positive. Try to stay in matches and keep my composure. But that's how that game ends. So we lost game number 2. We won in PKs, lost game number 2. I'm like, oh my goodness, let's go into game 3. Let's see what happens. He's got an interesting Bundesliga team. A lot of players that are not necessarily the big name guys, at least going forward. He's got the typical defense with Alaba and Piszczek and just great players back there. But his attack, a little bit out of the ordinary. And then as for our personal defense, that's the only positive I could tell you from this team. I even thought the keeper was pretty good as a silver Esteban. He didn't make any bad mistakes, as we do concede, but that goal is going to be conceded regardless. You can't do anything about it. And I did feel that my defense was a little bit of a risky spot on the set pieces as we get the KSI, the classic, and that was an ugly first half. And the second half really doesn't get much better. But as for defenders, that left back, Angel, I hope that's how you say it. I don't think it's Angel. He was really good, but he also cost me about 40,000 coins, and that leads us to a 1-1 draw. And unfortunately, my opposition did not want to continue playing. He end match as a draw. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. But there's not much for me to tell you on the defensive end. Drop me some feedback on informed teams. Drop a couple comments, because it's been a really frustrating thing for me this year. I'm trying them out, and I have big expectations. They just let me down. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at MikeSonan USA. I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.